From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Friday, December the 6th, 2024. A synagogue in Melbourne, Australia sustained extensive damage in what appears to have been a deliberate firebombing attack overnight last night. A witness who had come to the synagogue for morning prayers reportedly saw two masked individuals at around 4 a.m. spreading an accelerant outside and throwing it inside the building, breaking windows and throwing firebombs reportedly into the building as well while congregants were inside. 2 people were hurt, though with non-life-threatening injuries, and the building sustained severe damage. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese condemned the attack, saying, "I have zero tolerance for anti-Semitism. It has absolutely no place in Australia." Israel's President Isaac Herzog spoke with the Australian Premier and wrote, "Following the atrocities carried out by Hamas against Israel on and since October the 7th, there has been an intolerable wave of attacks on Jewish communities in Australia and around the world." Herzog said, "I noted to the Prime Minister that this rise and the increasingly serious anti-Semitic attacks on the Jewish community required firm and strong action, and that this was a message that must be heard clearly from Australia's leaders." Herzog also spoke with President of the Zionist Federation of Australia, Jeremy Liebler, and wrote, "I expressed my deep sorrow and the support and solidarity of all the Israeli people for the Jewish community there." Police are searching for the suspects. Israeli troops continue to battle terror group Hamas in Gaza, eliminating terrorists and terror infrastructure, and shared today that earlier this week it eliminated the head of Hamas's aerial unit in Gaza, one of the masterminds of Hamas's aerial infiltration into Israel on October the 7th. And the IDF said it continues to operate in Lebanon in accordance with the understandings between Israel and Lebanon while adhering to the terms of the ceasefire, saying today our troops that are currently stationed on the border located and dismantled rocket launchers aimed at Israeli territory, as well as a truck equipped with a missile launcher, mortars, dozens of rockets, crates of ammunition, and AK-47 rifles. The IDF also said that during the night last night, fighter jets hit munition transfer sites near the Syrian regime's border crossings between Syria and Lebanon, used to transfer munitions to terror group Hezbollah. The IDF also saying it is reinforcing its air and ground forces in the Golan Heights in light of, it wrote, the developments in the internal fighting in Syria. Well, more response now to the report released yesterday by Amnesty International accusing Israel of committing genocide in Gaza in its battle against terror group Hamas following Hamas's October 7th massacre. Here is U.S. State Department spokesperson Vedant Patel's remarks when he was asked about the report at a press briefing yesterday.
As you've heard us say previously, Saeed, we disagree with the conclusions of such a report. We have said previously and continue to find that the allegations of genocide are unfounded.
Patel added that the U.S. continues to be concerned by the humanitarian situation in Gaza. World Jewish Congress President Ronald Lauders said today that the Amnesty report gravely misrepresents the actions taken by Israel in the war against Hamas in Gaza and serves as yet another attempt to isolate and delegitimize the Jewish state. Lauders said one must question the motivations of a so-called human rights organization that seeks to twist reality and label the victims of terrorism as perpetrators of genocide, instead of focusing on the urgent need to bring the hostages home. The 100 hostages still held by Hamas in Gaza have now been captive for 427 days. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Friday, December the 6th. Live Shabbat services are coming up at 6 o'clock from New York City's Central Synagogue, followed by Shabbat services from the Hampton Synagogue. At 8:30, Justin Pine sits with actor, artist, and Jewish advocate Jonah Platt, host of Being Jewish with Jonah Platt, a series exploring Jewish identity now on JBS. At 9:30, Abigail Pogrebin speaks with Israeli journalist Amir Tibon to talk about The Gates of Gaza, his book detailing his own family's survival during the October 7th massacre. At 10, David Harris speaks to Asher Katz of the Moises Safra Center. At 10:30, a replay from the Hampton Synagogue, followed by a replay from Central. And coming up next, a look at this week's Torah Portion. And that's the JBS News Update for Friday, December the 6th, 2024. I'm Teisha Bader. Shabbat Shalom. Am Yisrael Chai.